Justin Tuttle's gonna close the show out. So it's about to get real in here. I think a lot of you came for this next guy coming up on stage. So let's make some noise. And I've got to make sure I don't mispronounce his name. Is your flying? No, wrong name. All right, here we go. Please welcome to the stage, Mayank Jain.
Hey guys, so yeah, like you said, my name is Mayank. It's pronounced like my, and then not that fucking hard to say. So how many of you guys out here use Tinder? It's that new app on the... How many friends use Tinder? Oh yeah, your friends use it, that's right. Basically, it's like this new dating app on the phone, and you get pictures of girls, and you can, or guys if you're a girl, but you swipe left or right based on if you think they're hot or not. But every now and then, I'll get a picture of a dude show up in my stream, and I feel like Tinder's trying to send me a signal. They're like, hey, you haven't gotten matched up in a while. Are you sure you don't want to give it a try? So yeah, speaking of being gay, I've always wondered, do gay bars start out as gay bars? Or do gay people just start showing up and the owner's like, let's go with it? Because I always imagine bars being started by these two like womanizers, like, hell yeah, we're gonna get all the bitches now. We got our own bar, we'll take them back to the VIP section. But then like, it's opening night and all these gay people start coming in, like, oh yeah, this is like totally the spot now. This spot is like so hot. And then it's just like a gay bar from then on. Alright. Get stronger after that joke. So the Bill of Rights, I find it funny how in the Bill of Rights, they outlaw cruel and unusual punishment. So it's not just cruel, but unusual too. And you know that it probably wasn't like a preemptive measure. There's probably some judge way back when who was getting a little weird with his punishment. Like, for committing first-degree murder, you are now sentenced to pee on my face every day for a year. A chance of getting out on tickle torture for good behavior. But yeah, so we should just stick to, you know, the compassionate and usual punishment, like hanging from your neck until you die. That got a little dark. But speaking of public restrooms, you walk in, it smells like shit, it looks like shit, like it's just terrible, right? So who's the guy who walked in and was like, let's fix the paper towel machine. Let's automate that. I shouldn't have to press the lever. I should have to do a little dance in front of it before I get what I want. The other thing in the bathroom that absolutely never works is the shower. Like, I've never walked into a new shower and been like, I know exactly how to operate this thing. Like, it's literally, there's only two things you have to do with the shower, right? You turn it on and you control the temperature. I don't know how hard it can be, but every shower is like a finicky manual car. You're like, all right, I gotta shift this into hot water now. Oh shit, it's now freezing cold. But the weirdest thing about the bathroom is when you're inside and someone knocks on the door. Like, what do you say in that situation, right? I don't know if anybody ever like has a good answer to that. Like, usually I'm just like, I'm in here, but then it's like, who's in here? So then sometimes I'm just like, Mike's in here. Then it's like weird. It's like that's almost too much information. Imagine you sitting on a toilet and you're like, okay. So then I go with someone's in here. Just leave it. Someone's in there. We don't know who. It could be anybody. But yeah, that doesn't cut it for me either. So I just want them to feel comfortable. So usually I'm like, come in. But yeah, so one time I was at a relative's house and they had this really, really nice mansion. And you walk into the bathroom and as you step in, the toilet seat automatically lifts up and then classical music starts playing. And yeah, so I'm a computer science major, so I really love technology. I'm coming back to that in a second. I meant to start with this. But so I really love technology, right? So this is why I became an engineer, right? Like some people are out there trying to do like clean tech or renewable energy, but if you can improve the toilet, you're making people's lives better. If you can improve the shitting experience, that's where you make a real impact. But if you think about it, one of the people that had the biggest impact on pooping in recent years is Steve Jobs. So you guys are like, what? But when was the last time you guys went to take a shit without your smartphone in your hand? Like now real work can get done on the toilet. Answer stuff like that. So being in college is like the pinnacle of sort of like the educational system, right? Like you start out in elementary school and they're like, you gotta write cursive, like everything has been preparing you for the next step, right? So in elementary school, they're like, you have to write in cursive now, because when you get to middle school, they won't even accept it anymore if it's written in print. And then you get to middle school and they're like, none of that cursive bullshit, I actually need to read this. And then you get to middle school, or to high school, and they're like, hey, don't forget your name on your paper, because if you don't have your name on your paper in college, I'm just gonna throw it in the trash. Then you get to college and you show up after you submit an assignment and your TA walks in the room and they're like, whose paper is this? Got your name on it? All right, I'll end with this last one. So, have you guys ever, you like mess around with a friend, you like throw something at their face, or you throw something at them, and at that exact moment they like turn around and you get them like right in the face, and you're like, oh man, what the hell? Like, why'd you do that? And you're like, oh man, sorry, I didn't mean to. And they're like, oh, you didn't mean to hit me? Like, no, I meant to hit you. So like I was aiming for you. Like, oh, you didn't mean for it to hurt. Well, I wanted it to hurt a little bit. Like, so what didn't you mean then? And you're like, well, I didn't mean for you to be a pussy-ass bitch. All right, well, that's all the time I got. Thanks, guys.